In the year 1102, Bishop Gelmírez and his entourage transferred the relics of Saint Fructuosus, Saint Cucufas, Saint Sylvester, and Saint Susana from Braga to Santiago. Some of them can still be found in the Chapel of Relics in the cathedral. The so-called Pious Latrocinium managed to attract even more pilgrims and wrested importance from the Braga Sea. Even though an increasing number of pilgrims came to worship Santiago's relics, both the Compostelan diocese as well as the Jacobean belief and practice needed new drives. With the purpose of consolidating his plans as an apostolic see, Pope Calixtus II in 1120 raised Diego Gelmírez to the rank of archbishop, thus raising the metropolitan dignity of Santiago's church above Mérida's. He then launched the writings of texts that spread and consolidated Jacobean tradition. And thus the Codex Calixtinus was born. The original manuscript is still conserved in the Santiago Cathedral. The text is divided into 5 books. The first provides an ample list of liturgical texts dedicated to Santiago. The second contains the miracles carried out by the Apostle in the different routes of the Way of St. James. The third tells of the prodigious events related to the transfer of his body from Palestine to Galicia and how it was deposited in the sepulcher. The fourth, known as the Turpin Chronicle, narrates the coming to Spain of Emperor Charlemagne to free the ways leading to the apostolic tomb. And finally, the fifth consists of the famous guide for pilgrims from France to Santiago, attributed to the French clergyman Aymeric Picot. The appendix contains various hymns and poems in honor of Santiago, a basic reference for Western polyphonic music. These are the moments of greatest splendor for the Jacobean cult. Thousands upon thousands of pilgrims from all over Europe head for Compostela to worship the saint. Roads are repaired, new burghs and cities appear, hospitals and inns are built. The Way of St. James undoubtedly transcends its religious function and becomes a torrent for cultural and economic exchange and development between the lands of northern Spain and the rest of Europe. Diego Gelmírez had achieved all of his goals. The construction of the cathedral was well on its way, and it was a benchmark for European Romanesque art. Its diocese had metropolitan dignity, and Santiago, thanks to its new constructions and to its supportive culture, was seen as an open and prosperous city. For some of his fellow citizens, these successes did not stop them from taking cowardly advantage of his age and illness by perpetrating shameful attempts at his life. But Bishop Gelmírez, accused many times of greed for wanting to enlarge his church and his region, always pardoned those who insulted him in order to take credit for his achievements. Finishing the cathedral was taking longer than expected because of a lack of resources and its vast complexity. It was early in the year 1168, 30 years had passed since the death of Gelmírez, and King Fernando II, upon witnessing the unfinished building, entrusted Master Mateo with the conclusion of the cathedral. One of the greatest difficulties the builders faced was the slope of the ground between the apse and the western end. To solve this problem and finish off the naves, Matteo decided to build a crypt that would help level the ground and serve to support the structure of a new and innovative portico, one that would introduce the new Gothic style in the temple. The Portico de la Gloria is one of the most beautiful works of the Compostelan temple. It constitutes the atrium of the cathedral and is structured in 3 veins that coincide with the naves of the church. It is presided upon by the seated statue of the Apostle Santiago, who from his mullion, or central arch column, welcomes the pilgrims. Once Master Matteo finished off the western facade and built the majestic stone choir, which today can be seen in the Cathedral Museum, the building was finished. And finally, on April 21st, 1211, Archbishop Pedro Muñiz, in the presence of King Alfonso IX, consecrated the Romanesque Cathedral of Santiago.